Okay, I think we're here. I think we are live. It's your boy Nick, HOUTX Trader, coming live from Houston. Guys, it's been a minute. I know. Really only doing this because I'm at home sick right now. So I got nothing else to do but do a little live. Yeah. So welcome, guys. If you're here, welcome to live chat. Remember to go on your privacy. Okie doke. I'm just checking all my settings here. It says we are live. It says we are excellent. And yeah, so today I'm already in a NASDAQ short and I'm looking for Bitcoin longs, even though I missed it last night, which is not really a miss. And let's see here. It's telling me YouTube is not responding. See, this OBS studio that I use is, I don't know, man. Never had good luck with OBS studio. I don't know what the deal is with this. Matter of fact, I went and bought this computer just to run this program. Maybe it's because I'm going through the VPN. Let's try dropping the VPN and perhaps that'll help. So let's do that and go straight through. That's what it is. The VPN's disconnected. hmm Reconnect. Okay, so let's close this down here and let's see if this will reconnect. Come on, baby. Let's reconnect here. Error, YouTube is not receiving a video to maintain streaming, but it looks like it's up right now. Let's see. I just grab this and I scribble. Is it working? I don't know. Okay, okay, so it's working. It's just lagging. I can see it. So, all right. Perhaps it's lagging a bit, but whatever. No one's probably going to join on it anyways because I haven't done live stream in a minute. So this is just for me, basically. And there goes Bitcoin right now. Yeah, I did miss that buy. Okay, so what I was seeing on Bitcoin was I saw the sell. So again, I went in here and I put my daily levels in here. So I went in and put in my daily support resistance levels. And then yesterday I seen these two wicks and I seen it rejecting, but I did not want to take the sell because I didn't see it come on top of these. I wanted this yesterday here to break above these, get up here in this trend line area, and then start to reject. And then I probably would have taken a sell. Yeah, but it did not clear liquidity. Same thing last night. I see liquidity here, double bottom. I wanted it to break, but I wanted it to go lower. And it did not go low enough to trigger me. I wanted it to get like half this order block. As you can see, it barely tapped into the order block and then it went off. So, did I miss that trade? Yeah, I sure did. I was hoping it would go lower, and I was hoping it would direct. So maybe what the move today is then would be to sell. If we didn't catch that, maybe the move today is to sell right in here at this daily support resistance area. Take this off of here, because then now what? So then this is our liquidity that it's sweeping now. Okay, this is then a target, at least to give us a double, maybe even sweep that. Right. So then the play would be delete and clear all this up. The play would be for it to come up, clear out this, at least touch that, maybe even get into this daily resistance area, and then come all the way back down to here. Okay, so that's what I'm going to play now, then, right? I wish I had a good Fibonacci on there. One, two, three. As you can see, we were playing around, but we never even got to the oversold. So it's kind of hard to pull that trigger on the buys or the sells. So we're just going to be patient. Again, I'd like to have all the buys and all the sells. I'd like to have all the trades, but It's really not possible. And it's not smart to try to enter every one. Better to save your bullets and take the more higher precision. So now we got this trend line here, which I mean it could reject here, and we have the daily support resistances. I mean it could reject, right? So that's that. That's so yeah. That's the way I saw Bitcoin. In longer term Bitcoin, I do see all this liquidity sitting up here, right? So you still see all this stuff up here that it needs to come and get. You do have this nice fair value gap right here. So if it does break this trend line, which it looks like it's going to do, there's two possibilities. It's going to come up to this daily area like we talked about, reject, and then come all the way back up, or just go all the way up right now and get all that liquidity right now, which I hope it doesn't because I did not get in the buy. But it is what it is. All right. I don't think it's going to make a straight line from here all the way up to 106, 108. You know, you've got these trend lines, you've got these gaps, you've got this resistance in here. So more than likely, if it does break, it'll give us a pullback, and we'll have to play the pullback on that. Nasdaq though, Nas is an interesting play. I got in the Nasdaq trade. I think it was yesterday. Excuse me. And basically, what I was thinking on Nasdaq is right. We come back out to a little. Let's go to this chart, and I knew, or I had a good idea that it was going to come up and buy off and fill in this fair value gap. Now that was the AI news out of China that made it drop. I was fairly confident it would obviously bull market come in and fill that void, fill that gap, and it's done that. But what I was looking at, let's just go to a little bit higher over time frame, let's say the 8 hour. What I'm looking at then is just we had a top. I mean, it's fairly obvious, right? We can even draw in our zones. So what I use in my zones here, I use like a standard deviation of I think it's 2. But I mean, look what we have. This is actually an up direction, which is surprising to me. But I was seeing a higher high, lower high, low, lower low. You're right. It did not break the lower low there, but I mean it kind of has that downward feel to it, if you will, right? And so I'm thinking that Nasdaq is not going to break this high. Is going to reject and come back down. So that's the play that I'm going for here. So on a higher time frame, you can see that. Now we come back down to my other chart, a smaller time frame, we can start to look at the trend lines and whatnot. So on the higher time frame, I just used my dots and I drew the top trend line. All right. And then on a smaller time frame, I used the same dots and drew this interior trend line where you got these three triangles, 1, 2, and 3. So I have the resistance sitting there on the trend lines. I do have the fact that I think this is overall bearish, as you can see, right? Overall, it looks to me like it's bearish. It looks like these are getting lower. So I'm okay with shorting the market, even though the market overall is bullish. I'm cool with shorting it. So that's what I'm playing. I'm playing the resistance here. Then I also do this. So I know it's like an interior, and we can even do the exterior if you want. The exterior Fibonacci, right? We're right in the 88.6. So NASDAQ and US 30 love the 88.6 for rejections. I have the trend line going up. As you can see, it has not broke the trend line. So a lot of people who are trend line traders would be waiting for this trend line to break and close below before they enter. So I entered two positions, one off the 78.6, one off the 88.6. So I'm in two positions already. I have my stop loss above the swing high and these trend lines. So I'm looking for the first rejection. I'll take my profit whenever it hits this trend line down here. Um, Also, too, like if I'm thinking about this, I see these buys as liquidity, and maybe it wants to target this last one, or this is actually kind of like this would technically be the order block down here where it popped off, but there's actually this little interior order block right there, and that's kind of where it really shot, right? So for me, the target. Sorry, I'm fucking sick, dude. The target is right here for my first TP. I already got it set. I already have literally coughing up blood right now. I already have the TP set. And so then my second TP, because I have two entries, My second TP is once it clears this bottom down here. Basically where the support and resistance is for the daily support and resistance. So that's my NASDAQ. Now let's look at Solana real quick. Solana is just a straight up trend line buy. Okay, so I had been calling out the buy. I had this money liquidity marked off, buy zone marked off for quite some time. And basically, if you look at it, I mean, it's just a simple Fibonacci top to bottom when it pumped up. And I had that buy zone and it wicked right through it and closed right up inside of it. And it actually closed above it. And if you look at this, this was the entry that I was calling out, was right there. Wicked through it, but all the candles closed above it, which is a clear indication of, that's a buy. Pushed off, but then met this trend line and started coming back down. So this is just a double bottom retest, right? So I mean that's a clear double bottom retest. So because because when it did this and it did not break and go, I'm gonna be a little more patient and wait for it to break the trend line then for I enter. Good God, I'm feel like ass. So that's what I think on Solana. XRP, telling everyone XRP is gonna go down to $1 because look at this crazy price action, right? From 50 cents all the way up to $3, right? It's a very unhealthy market. Okay, you have this order block there. You also have this order block here. So I think these order blocks are going to need to get tapped out. But if you look at simple Fibonacci from top to bottom, right, right there, you see that our fibs line up right around the $1 mark. I think that's a very also good psychological level. I think those red lines are where I sold. So I bought XRP way back here, and then I ended up selling out of it. But I can go ahead and delete these now. Doesn't matter. Old. But yeah, so you see that's pure liquidity grab. That candle there wiping out all this is pure liquidity grab, which would, tell you that it's free to go. Okay. If it did that, right? Okay, I took out all liquidity. Why did it not go? I mean, it's not done. Sorry. Sorry, YouTube. I fucking. Anyways. And it also cleared out equilibrium 50%. I just don't think it's done, dude. I just don't think it's done. We got to really pay attention to the NASDAQ. I mean, I don't really have to pay attention to it. I don't really care what it does, to be honest with you. I don't get in the habit of sitting here and just stare at the charts all day long. I already got the trade. It's going to do what it's going to do. It is what it is. Oh, fuck me. Thanks to the two people who were in here listening to me talk, cough my lungs up. If you guys have any questions, whatever, put in the chat. If you guys have any pairs or whatever. I haven't even looked at gold in quite some time. I'm waiting for it to break that trend line, and it never did. So I would figure with Trump coming into office and talking all his shit and waging war against those people, that maybe gold prices would come down, but obviously it has not. And if you just overlook at gold over time, bullish, right? So just buy. But in this particular situation, we haven't got any real entries. I haven't even really been messing with gold. So let's see. Jupiter, I'm basically back to my entry. I've been holding Jupiter for a while now, but it's showing support. I mean, good lord, look how much support that is. So we did Solana, did XRP, Zeus. I bought the Zeus down here. As you can tell, it's still taking. It hasn't broke the trend line yet. It did come through the fair value gap, and I guess if we would have done the Fibo to here, the bottom, you would see it's a 78.6 close above. So hopefully this is time for Zeus now to pop off. And the same thing for Bonk. I mean, good lord, I think Bonk's, I guess, dead. I don't know. Heard some people on the internet saying today Bonk is dead, but I bought Bonk right here where it touched in the area that I wanted it to and then rejected. I waited for a pullback and got in. Yeah, apparently that wasn't a good buy, but it is what it is. It's not like I'm putting bands down on this shit. Same thing for Trump. That was like Trump's dead, rug pulled it. But just when you hear people like me say Trump's dead, rug pulled it is when it's gonna pop, right? So I got in over here at like 450. No, 38. 450. 38. And it is what it is, man. There's no big deal. It's not gonna drop my life savings on it. So, Bitcoin pumping. So, I'm not upset that I missed that Bitcoin. It just wasn't deep enough for me. You know, I see that this is what you guys, I see this bottom. It took it, it wiped it out, and go. It is what it is. When that happened, you knew it's gonna take off this top right here. So it just didn't go low enough for me. I wanted to see half this. I want to see at least half that order block get taken up, and I mean that just barely even touches into it. This little low right here. So I still kind of think that maybe it's gonna come back down and get this. You've got 8 minutes. I'm not sure if NFP's already dropped. So using a VPN, times are jacked. Let's see if I can figure out. Has NFP, if you can put it in the chat if you guys are in here, has NFP already dropped? Yeah, it dropped at 7:30, right? So NFP had already dropped. And we have some more bullshit news in 36 minutes, but that's not going to. Michigan Consumer Report doesn't move the news, especially on NFP. So that 1 hour candle right there, that is your non-farm payroll, and that's pretty weak NFP candle. To be honest with you, scroll in, that's it right there. Wick up, wick down. So basically, that wick just took off the top, and basically that wick cleared out this bottom here. So it's free to do whatever it wants to do. And I think it's going to sell. We've already went over it. Market opens in 7 minutes, so we'll check on that. What has the DXY been doing? Look at the DXY just on the daily. And so just on the daily, like what I like to do is come through here and go to my line chart, draw the horizontal lines. This is what I do for my support resistance zones. Go to the line chart. I can see this top meets this bottom. So and if it's not perfect, like right now, you can see there's a little bit of gap overlap. So I'll just split it right in the middle, right? I'll label it so I know what it is. Lock it. There that is. Okay, so now I have this bottom here that also meets that top and damn near that top. So we've got a little area right there, and I'll put my line, and you also see this little top right here, right? So maybe we'll split all of these like right there, right? We can always adjust it, right? But put it basically where it's all kind of like right there. It's good enough. Lock it. All right, so this is where the dollar is going to be playing in between, right? And you see the candles, it kind of makes sense. Wicked above, it closed. Wicked below, it closed above. You know, so we might be able to pull this up a little bit, but we'll just leave it. So overall, the dollar pumping, 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 pumping high, broke these lows, did not make a new high. So we should be able to see the dollar fall. And if that's the case, we go back to our line chart and look for the next high low, right? So here's the next low meets this high. So perhaps we're looking in this area. I have this high and this high. So we'll kind of call it. I don't like the fact that low is right there. So maybe we'll just kind of drag it down a little bit. We'll call it right like that. Let's look what our candles look like. Yeah, that's fine. We'll call it right there. So we could probably see this come back down. All right. So if it breaks through here, we should be able to see it come back down here. And then two, that's probably a good fib zone, right? Yeah, right in between our 78 and our 88.6. So we'll be able to see the dollar come down to at least this area in there. And as the dollar goes, crypto goes, and everything else goes. So you can follow that to kind of figure out what your crypto might be doing. Not really worried about Bitcoin now. because it took off without us. Just gonna be watching the Nasdaq and see if we can get a sell off again. So this was all put out in the discords. If you go to Discord, I've got my own Discord. All right, where I put all my cryptos, gold trades, indices, whatever. I'm still in Andy's Pip Connect. Again, this is not. I pay to be in this. People get so pissed because they think I like rep this or try to like sell it. It's not my Discord. I don't get paid for it. I'm just in it. I've been in it for fucking years. Bored Ape, obviously, I'm a big Bored Ape guy. My very first ever NFT. I know the owner, Dak, and my guy is a real solid dude. He derugged this, and this is a great community to be in if you want an NFT community. Vtopia is doing some crazy shit in the market, and they have a lot of good guys in the Vtopia as well. BitDogs, BitDogs, Ordinals. I mean, I think they've kind of slipped off a little bit. I haven't seen a whole lot from them in the price. As you can see, it's just tanked to nothing almost. Um, but I mean, it is what it is. 6.9 thousand members in Vtopia. That's pretty good. And then Bored Apes got like 6,000 or something. I don't know, thousands of people. Soul 200. That's not correct. Florida, yeah, one Soul. OGBAC is 1.65. And this is their second. This is their relaunch of a different one. Here's it 3.3. Anyways, there's the discords that I'm in. I don't really fuck with Telegram too much. Let's see. We got 2 minutes. I haven't traded this market open like this in 3 months, 4 months. I just don't care anymore. I just set up my trades and just, you know, I don't stare at this shit all day long. I got other stuff to do. So I put my trade in and that's it. And you can see over here, I don't even have any pairs. I don't even have any forex pairs. I think I took them all off. I don't even know. There's nothing in crypto. What is this? Stocks. Okay, so stocks, right? I already sold out of my Tesla. I sold it out right here because I'm waiting for this price to come back down to equilibrium before I buy back in. Zoom. Now I'm not sure why there's this little D here next to Zoom. And look at this chart. It looks retarded. So you have to look at Zoom almost on a daily chart. And as you know, Zoom went bananas during COVID. But I still think a lot of people use Zoom. There's still a lot of market in Zoom. So I'm bullish on Zoom. You can't go any lower, right? So I don't think I bought into Zoom, but I need to. So same thing for Peloton. You look at Peloton. They got a new CEO. They hired the Watt boys to do some campaigning for them. They got some new products out. HP, I already got in and out of HP. MSTR obviously is for Bitcoin. I'm buying in there. This is my call out. So this is what I posted the other, a long time ago. Buy. I wanted to come to this level. You see here, come back down, up, down, go. Right. So look what happened. It bought up to my level. It bought down to my level. It bought up to my second level. It came right back down to where I said it was going to. So we've done this, this, this. Now we're waiting for the pop. Nvidia, that shit came out about Chinese the other day or whatever, whatever. Nvidia's not going nowhere. Right? That price is just going to continue to go up. So when you saw that dip on Nvidia and you saw there's this gap here, that's going to get filled in. This is the safest play there is. So when it hit 61.8, I it was like over the weekend or like Monday, whatever. I didn't have a chance or I was busy to transfer money in, but I finally hit it right there at like $1.21. I finally got into it, right? But that's cool because I mean I know it was all my heart. If I had to bet my life on it, it's going to come at least 168, and I can take some profit there. If we get 120 out at 170, we're good. So yeah, Nvidia. All right, let's see what Nasdaq did now that the market came open. Looks like it's pushing, doing nothing at all. What is today? Friday. Today's Friday. All right, so it's pushing. I guess that's what that candle that wick down, cleared out whatever little bit of liquidity is. But again, so if you watch ITC and you watch those guys, they're all about the macros and the time. So maybe around 8:50, which is 9:50 East Coast. This will start to turn around. This can turn around right now. I don't really care. I'm not really stressed about it. Hope it does turn around. Just rejecting this trend line, but let me look at how many times it's rejected, right? So I like Elliott wave. I'm a big Elliott wave guy, especially on internals, right? One, pull back, two, pull back, three, and I look how small these waves are getting now. All right, see how it's major movement down, a good push down, good push, and then it's tinkering off. Small, small, small. And we can also see now we are divergent, right? So the price is going up from here to there. Price is going up. Look at the RSI, low, low. Now it's touching. So always do a three drive touch. One, two, three. The third drive is now touching the perfect 70. And so, I think it's going to turn around right now. I've kind of gotten out of the habit of, if you're in drawdown, entering more positions, because that's what my brain is telling me to do right now. But I'm going to be safer. I really feel like shit right now. Yeah, if you're feeling like shit, you shouldn't be up trading. Just let it go. But the thing is that I'm already in this trade from a couple days ago, so it's not like I'm making the decisions now on no sleep and coughing up blood and feeling like I can. Oh, so what's the pie pretzel? It was a mutt I got from the dog pound because she was a cute little mutt. She's got 5 different types of hairs because she probably has 5 different breeds of dog in her. And she's a little shit. And she jumps on the table. And she thinks she sleeps on the couch. And she thinks she runs the place. But she doesn't. I do. Anyways, one, two, three. I mean, I honestly think this is going to turn around right now. Maybe it's going to meet this trend line as resistance. I really didn't want it to break that trend line, but I really think this is going to flip right now. We're only 4 minutes into the market. You know? And again, I'm basically just on here for myself now because no one's on here. I wonder what Bitcoin's doing. Yeah, look, went right above it. Let's see if it closes below. See how it's got the wick now? Pushed up, cleared the liquidity out. If it closes below this daily support resistance line, that might be a sell right there at 98 to catch that all the way back down here to 94. So I'll be looking for that. Matter of fact, I might just take that sell right now. Oh, my broker's turned off. No longer on VPN. Yeah, turn the VPN back on to get in the broker, which is more than likely going to fuck up